as Undertaker now makes his way into the ring. And Big Show, who wasted very little time going after the Undertaker. And this is where hell begins. The Punjabi prison match as Undertaker and Big Show collide in this colossal chaos. They get 4 chances. They get 4 chances to get through one of those little slots on each side of the ring that'll be opened up at specific periods during this match. And once the last one closes, they're then going to have to climb up the first wall of the Punjabi prison. And then they're going to have to climb up the other wall of the Punjabi prison, over that, and then touch the floor. Almost a very similar concept to a steel cage match where first person to touch the floor wins the match. Except this is as intense as it gets. The unforgiving structure of the Punjabi prison. There's a reason there are very few Punjabi prison matches that have occurred in WWE. Despite, that and the fact that it is one of our newer concepts being created by none other than the 7'4" giant himself, the Great Khali. And Undertaker knows what that's like, going against the Great Khali. And now the Undertaker has to do it all over again, but this time with the Big Show. But having the ability to come into a match like this with the experience on your side in a match type like this, you gotta think you have the advantage of it. And look at that as the Undertaker chop blocks the back of the knee to take down the Big Show. When you realize your opponent is bigger than you, you got to find another way to break them down. Undertaker choosing to climb the first wall. And it's got to get through. There's razor sharp spikes up at the top. And it's difficult, but you have to do your best that you can to avoid them. And with those being surrounding the top, it allows for Big Show to catch up to the Undertaker. And that ain't going to feel good, as Undertaker's all caught up in the first part of the Punjabi prison. And now it's the Big Show who finds himself in control of this matchup. And the ECW champion, the Big Show, now in control as the Undertaker gets more and more caught up and tied up in the structure. These leather straps are all around, and now looking to use it to choke out the Undertaker. This is a great strategy for the Big Show. Incapacitate the Undertaker so that he's unable to climb the structure. This is brilliant. And this is what it's all about. It's all about no rules. Just doing whatever you can to defeat your opponent. Meanwhile, Big Show has Undertaker lifted up and driving him into the corner. Big Show with a massive boot lays out the dead man. Perhaps the Undertaker could be a true dead man if this match continues to go in Big Show's favor. Undertaker gets laid out by Big Show. And an elbow drop by Big Show, knocking down the Undertaker, who still tries to get back up. But a punt kick to the midsection gonna affect the pace of breathing. Especially as the heavier and heavier you breathe, you exhaust yourself even more. And the Great Khali should have been in this match, but he messed that up for himself. He and Daivari had a plan, and when it worked out well, it got them removed from this match. And I'm sure Great Khali would have loved nothing more than to get his hands on the Undertaker. Undertaker was prepared, but for Big Show, he was not. That's the thing. Undertaker was way prepared for this match. So, and it's really hard to, I mean, it's already hard enough to prepare for a match like this, but it's not just about physical preparation. It's about that mental preparation of knowing what kind of match you're heading into, being prepared for all possible outcomes. And talk about not being prepared for the possible outcome was Big Show not being prepared for Undertaker's counter into the DDT. Undertaker. I think Undertaker just asked for the door to be open. And now he's got a minute to escape. But Big Show, he's got the ankle. And I may have misspoken on these rules earlier, but once you ask the official to open up the door, you only have 1 minute to escape. And once that door is shut, that door is shut for good. Undertaker looking for a chance to go through that door again. We first saw Undertaker attempt to climb the first part of the Punjabi prison. Meanwhile, Big Show just nailed Undertaker with like a mule kick. And now that first door is about to close in 10 seconds. And that strap has been ripped off of the prison as Big Show looks to put Undertaker away. And now that first door is closed and cannot be opened again. And there it is. There's the chain that officially shuts it for good. And it is now padlocked. And Big Show using the strap to his advantage on the Undertaker. And Undertaker, who's starting to fade. Undertaker's had a really hard time trying to find any fight back in these last few minutes of this matchup. Meanwhile, what does the Big Show have in mind here? What's Big Show looking to do here? Is Big Show's looking to go after that, removing that turnbuckle pad. Look at the power of the Big Show as he's looking to rip it off. And the Undertaker fights back with a right. Perhaps Big Show may have spent a little bit too much time trying to pull off that top turnbuckle pad. And the Undertaker ducks and lays out Big Show. Undertaker, who is 6'10", Big Show, 7 foot tall. And the Undertaker has Big Show right where he wants him. They may be in prison, but it doesn't mean you can't get your education, because class is about to be in session. It seemed that Undertaker was going old school, because Big Show slams Undertaker into the mat. And now the Big Show calls for another one of the doors to open. And now has exactly 1 minute to do it. Now it's Big Show this time who calls for the door to be open as he looks to make his attempt. But a kick to the skull blocks. Oh, look at this. The Undertaker tried. Undertaker tried it. But Big Show dragging the Undertaker back, holding onto that ankle of the Undertaker for dear life. And we're about halfway there until that door closes. And then we'll be halfway through the doors that are available for these two competitors to escape from, at least to get through the first part of the Punjabi prison structure. And now with 10 seconds to go, the second door will close as Big Show chokeslams the Undertaker. And Big Show was so close, but not quite. And now this door is going to be padlocked. And that door is now shut for good in this match. Unfortunate timing for the Big Show. Perhaps a few seconds earlier, if that chokeslam had connected, Big Show would have had enough time to escape through that door. Unfortunate timing for the Big Show. And now the Undertaker and Big Show are experiencing, I think the Undertaker is experiencing a lot more of what hell this structure is to offer. Big Show's truly brought the fight to the Undertaker in this matchup. And now Big Show looks to fully rip off that top turnbuckle this time. And now he fully exposes it as Undertaker's head bounces off that exposed steel turnbuckle ring. And now Undertaker's been busted open. Undertaker, who's on noodle legs right now. Meanwhile, the ECW champion bringing the fight to the Undertaker. And talk about a great American bash. This clash has been absolutely brutal between these two. And Taker, who's just trying to hang on at this point. He is in rough shape right now, and it is not looking too good for the Undertaker. Big Show maintaining control of this matchup as the Undertaker's struggling to hang on. 500 pounds in the Big Show, 300 for the Undertaker. There's that 200 plus pound difference there between these two. And now Undertaker's, you can really see the blood starting to pour down the face as that crimson mask starts to form on the Undertaker. Meanwhile, Big Show, the giant that he is, looking to climb the structure. But desperate times call for desperate measures as the Undertaker goes low. And looking to do everything he can to get back in this matchup, and that's exactly what he's done. Sometimes you just have to go low. The Undertaker struggling as he pulls himself up to meet Big Show up at the top turnbuckle. Look at where they are. This could be absolutely disastrous for these two. Superplex! Absolute insanity as both superstars lay to waste. You saw the way the entire structure just shook. Let's get another look at this. Saw the way the structure just shook at this just absolute earth-shattering collision. And Undertaker is officially out. But now the question is, will Big Show follow? Undertaker now has to climb the other structure. That's where the fight begins. You've gotten through the first part of it. And now, with no doors on the structure, Undertaker, you've got the climb of your life. Undertaker gonna have to make the climb. And now 18 seconds. Make your climb. And now Big Show realized, I don't know, has the Big Show started to realize it? I think Undertaker's trying to break the thing open. I think Undertaker was trying to break the cage open. And now Big Show's out. Well, that was easy. But Undertaker, who's now scaling the cage, not too far behind is the Big Show. You can see that there's rope all around this outer structure of the Punjabi prison for a bit of an easier climb. Oh my God. There's a table that had all kinds of stuff on it. I don't know what Big Show was planning. But whatever it is, it's not going to be good for The Undertaker. And Undertaker goes through that table. Look at this. This is brilliant. And now send Undertaker back in the structure. And now the last door will close. And now the door is closed. And now the Undertaker is trapped back inside the first structure and will have no choice but to climb the first structure and then the inner structure and the outer structure in its entirety. And now the truth has set in. The realization of what Undertaker must overcome has truly set in. And now it's Big Show who's making the climb. And Undertaker could be watching his career slowly fade as Big Show struggling, but still making the climb. And now the Undertaker scaling that inside cage. Look at this. And now look at that. And now Undertaker's right where he wants to be in the outside structure. But Big Show pulling the Undertaker down. And Undertaker using that rope for leverage. And swinging on the rope like Tarzan. And The Undertaker, how much does the Phenom have left? How much energy is left in the tank? Is it enough? Meanwhile, it's all going to come down to this. As The Undertaker with a leg drop Lays out Big Show through the table. Let's get another look at this impact as the table just collapses. Undertaker has shown immense willpower that he could still hang, even when there have been doubters. But Undertaker will not stay down. And Big Show has now been busted open. And this Punjabi prison match has truly turned into a bloody brawl. Big Show trying to escape, trying to do a little bit of a slower version of cat and mouse. Now using the cage to the advantage. And Big Show's been dropped down to the floor. And with no pinfalls, no submissions, Undertaker and Big Show both have one more cage to climb. Oh, come on! Khali was literally removed from this match for a reason. And now Daivari and Khali are here. Undertaker climbing the wrong cage. And the cage has been just exploded through. The Undertaker knocked Big Show through the cage. And The Undertaker wins. The Undertaker has picked up the victory over the Big Show. But at what cost to his body? The amount of torment both of these men endured. For what? Unfortunately for Big Show, tonight was not his night. "16 years The Undertaker has run strong here in WWE. And there is no plan to stop from the performance that we just saw here tonight at Great American Bash from The Undertaker. But you gotta think that The Undertaker will see the Great Khali in his near future. But tonight is about the victory, is about the celebration for the Phenom, The Undertaker.